Social media has become one of the most powerful forces shaping our lives. It influences what we think, how we feel, and even how we see ourselves. Every time we get a new like, comment, or message, our brain releases a neurotransmitter called dopamine, the same chemical associated with pleasure and reward. This gives us a short burst of happiness, but it doesn't last long. The next time, we need even more stimulation to feel the same effect. That's why social media can become habit-forming. Apps are carefully designed to keep us engaged. Bright colors, infinite scrolling, notification sounds, all trigger tiny dopamine rewards that make us crave more. But this reward loop can lead to compulsive use, which psychologists now associate with addictive behaviors similar to gambling. In 2023, a study from the University of Pennsylvania found that reducing social media use to just 30 minutes a day significantly improved participants' mood and sleep quality within 3 weeks. So, the science is clear. What feels like harmless scrolling can actually condition our brains to seek constant digital stimulation.
Social media gives us endless content, but not all of it is good for our mental health. Let's start with one of the most common issues: social comparison. According to social comparison theory, we naturally evaluate ourselves by comparing to others. But on the social media, we're comparing our real lives to other people's highlight reels, the best moment, filtered and edited. Even though we know it's not the whole truth repeated, exposure can make us feel inadequate, ugly or unsuccessful. This is because we're constantly seeing an unrealistic version of perfection, and subconsciously we start to believe it's normal.
Another issue is isolation. You think a platform made for connection makes us feel closer, but often it does the opposite. When online interaction replaces real-world connection, we start losing our emotional depth. A study published in American Journal of Preventive Medicine showed that people who spend more than 2 hours a day on social media are twice as likely to feel socially isolated. Then there is a FOMO, a fear of missing out. When we see others traveling, partying, celebrating, we might feel we're being left behind. That fear triggers anxiety, which can lead to compulsive checking, refreshing apps just to stay in the loop.
And finally, cyberbullying. Unlike traditional bullying, it can follow a person everywhere, into their home, into their phone, even into their sleep. Victims of cyberbullying often experience symptoms of depression, anxiety, and loss of self-worth. For teenagers who are still developing emotionally, these effects can be devastating. Of course, social media isn't entirely negative. When used wisely, it can support our mental health and personal growth. For many people, online platforms provide emotional support and community, especially for those who might feel isolated in real life.
They are a group of people coping with anxiety, chronic illness, grief, or loneliness. Being able to share experience and receive understanding can reduce feelings of isolation. Social media also gives a voice to those who might not be heard, raising awareness of mental health, climate change, human rights, and more. Creativity, self-expression, and education are thriving because of the platforms. However, the key difference between healthy and unhealthy use lies in intention. If you use social media purposely, to learn, connect, or create, it can benefit us, but if we use it mindlessly to compare, escape, or distract, it can slowly harm our well-being.
Here are some science-backed tips for healthy social media habits.
Limit your screen time.
Practice digital detoxing.
Avoid screens before bed.
Prioritize real-life connections. By understanding how these platforms affect us, we can take back control.
Social media isn't inherently good or bad, it's a tool.
It has the power to connect or divide, to inspire or to isolate.
What matters is how we use it and whether we allow it to shape our identity or protect our well-being.
Let's stay aware, stay kind, and stay in control of our digital lives.